everyone, my name is Jordan, also known as Scraps. I will be guiding you today through the second phase on learning understanding oscillators. So last time we covered the four basic waveforms. We covered a sine wave. So let me zoom in. We did cover, we discussed a sine wave and how it creates a rich tone through the lowest harmonics. Let me zoom in a little bit more. There we go. The lowest harmonics just has one repeating forever. It's actually just a constant low frequency, and you can tune this, but its overall range is around anywhere from 0 to about 2000 kilohertz, even higher than that. Anyways, so today we're going to be discussing how to create your own waveforms. Now, when creating a waveform, you need to have, you can either experiment, which is just to draw as many notes as possible. Like, if I could take this off, there we go. Draw as many notes as possible and then play a few notes. And then see what you get. Or, what you can do, and this is what I have been doing for the past, I don't know, week or so, is that I have this, let's see, what is it called? Cumulus. Oh, okay. It's CurveCM. I keep forgetting because it's such a weird thing. Such a weird program. But CurveCM is actually from computer music, and they release sometimes they release a I don't know, their version of this plugin. And so when I look for presets and things like that, I find anything that's interesting. Let me go up C3. Usually keys or something. Yeah, I like that. So I'm gonna edit this. There are only two waveforms with this, from what I understand. So we have oscillators, which is just a sine wave, and then we have an LFO that displays what's happening over time. So in order to construct a waveform, you can either experiment, which is to just draw stuff in over the course of, I don't know, this parameter, or you can't reset everything, that sucks. Okay, so in order for you to create a waveform, I would suggest setting up on waveforms. Like a square has odd notes, and it has it at full blast, and I think it's at repeating half. Yeah, this is pretty close to a square wave. Actually, this is semi-messed up because I have a preset loading in. So let me redraw this real quick for you guys. No. There we go. So now if I repeat it at 1, yeah, you can see there we have a square. We have a solid square. And I was able to make this just by right-clicking and going to odd. And then just drawing a full line all the way above the operator to get full power on all the other harmonics in here. That's what these little bars represent, is different harmonics. So, if you have an understanding of waveforms and how to create them, what you can do is you can actually combine your ideas for waveforms. Like, in order for me to make a saw, I have to have all of this, and then we create a saw. We have to have all of them highlighted all the way, full blast. Have it repeating at 1, and you get a saw. Oh, sorry. And if we go back, square. Sorry, I was playing on a different instrument. So, if you have an understanding of waveforms, or if you just study how each waveform adapts, so that's almost full, but it's pretty close. The other one is about half, and then half of that, and 3/4 of that, and 3/4 and 3/4 and 3/4. So that's probably not correct, but that's from where I understand how to get there. So that's about 3/4, 3/4, 3/4, you know, to get a triangle, and it has repeating on 1. So I'm gonna guide you on how. Oh, that's cool. So it has. Let me see. Nope. I selected a triangle and I chose instead of 64 to go to 16ths, and I put it on 1 and it didn't replicate it. That's the only problem, is that when you load a waveform, actually just typically triangle, it doesn't, you can't get triangle for some reason. No matter how hard you try, you can't get it. You could probably get it pretty close to sounding like the triangle, but not the actual waveform, which sucks. Yeah, which really does suck. Oh, anyways, so I'm gonna guide you on how to construct a waveform. So I'm gonna go into my preset, my VST instruments, and I should have Curve 2. Should be in here. Let's see, audio units, cable guys, Curve 2. Here we go. Curve 2 is another instrument. But what it allows you to do is seize all the waveforms beforehand. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I thought that was kind of a coincidence, or kind of pretty perfect with this, meaning there are 4 oscillators here. And so I'm not sure if this is additive or frequency modulated, but I'm pretty sure that, yes. I'm pretty sure that when you load up a new instance of operator or a new instance of this, what you can do is you can copy this. You can copy each waveform and plug it in to operator for then later use. I actually have one already created. Should be, yeah, square leap. Sorry. Let me go down to C2. Play C major. We get something interesting. So I actually know what I'm gonna look for. It's called Electric. Yeah, Electric Move by Earworm. Okay, if we have a look at the first oscillator, we have this rising reversed saw. So we have a rising saw. And let's see, it's at pitch -24, cut off at 92. Okay. We don't really need to pay attention to the envelopes. What we actually need to pay attention to is how the waveforms are constructed. So we have a reversed saw, and we can actually see it's that we have harmonics displayed, which is great. So it's kind of like a winding down. It starts from a triangle, but it keeps going. Keeps going. So I'm going to try and replicate that. Go to 16ths. And let's have another look at that. So we have every other one. So it kind of looks like a pulse wave. I'm going to set this to half. So I'm going to highlight all the ones that go like this. And let's see. Usually the repetition is a great way to find how the waveform should look and sound. I keep forgetting to reset this, I'm sorry. So now if we go to oscillator, go to 16ths, and try and replicate this. So it's like every other one, but it's a little bit further down. Yeah. And for 1/4, let's try half. Or 1. Yeah, let's try half. I'm actually going to set this at, I don't know, 60 Hertz. Now, unfortunately, this does not have any keyboard follow motion. I'm not sure how to turn it on when you have multi selected. I still don't know everything about Ableton, even though I've been working with it for over 9 years. So, so we've created, oh crap. You want to start from D and then go to A. If you're going to be copying, that is. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did for A. So let me see if I right click. No, okay. I thought you could copy it, but no, that was my mistake. I'm sorry. Doop. Oh. So we can't hear anything right now because there's no level turned up. I'm gonna reset this back to a sine. So, excuse me. So for our second oscillator, or our C, we're going to have a sine wave. Okay, that's pretty easy. Right click, do all, just highlight everything. Go to 16ths, turn on 1, and turn that up full volume. Still can't hear it? That's okay. I can't hear it either. So for oscillator 3, we want a square. And let me check for oscillator 4. Yeah, it's just a sine wave. So for oscillator 3, we're going to have a square. So I'm going to set it 16ths, set it to odd, so every other one, set it to 1, turn up the volume, and let's listen. Sometimes I turn my octave scale down one so that way I can hear what it sounds lower. So if you guys ever ask what keys I'm using, I'm actually using E major. So most of the time I'm using E major on a C2 scale. This is C3, that's a C, this is E, and on C2. So, that's an intermediate introduction into oscillators. Always make sure to, well, if you're working with operator, always make sure to turn down the volume so that way you don't blow your headphones or your speakers. And make sure, I always have the glue on my mastering suite. I bought this, I didn't get it for free, or a weird version of it for free. I bought this. It's a really great compressor. It's actually what deadmau5 use to compress the signal for releases, which is a great technique. But most of the time when I listen to music and I try and analyze the waveform, it's all the way at 0. It's totally maxed. If you go back and drag Cthulhu, in fact, let me do that right now. So CTH, yeah, Cthulhu. No. It's still kind of hard to get used to this new layout. It just, I don't know. I like the old layout, but I don't know. So this is actually, let me drag this in for you guys. When you look at a waveform, it's kind of difficult to actually analyze how it looks. So let me drag this up. As you can see, it's there's a little bit of space here. This is actually left, this is actually right channel. That's why if you see two waveforms of the same kind, this stands for left, the top is left, the bottom is right. So that's why if you see the two waveforms, you're like, why is this doubled? Well, the top is the left channel and the bottom is the right. If you had just one, it would just be mono, and this would display the waveform, and then it'd look kind of like this red line. It would just look like that on the right channel, and you'd only be hearing the left. But what I discovered from other people's music is that I'm going to use Castor in this example. Castor is he's a new artist, but I think he sounds pretty similar to deadmau5's stuff. Now I'm going to blow this up. So let me drag this down and show you the differences between deadmau5's waveforms and Castor. As you can see, it's totally flat right here. That means it was probably limited and he just had everything at full volume. I'm not saying that his mastering bad. I'm just saying that when it comes to mastering and compression when working with synths, you want to have a compressor or a limiter on your master or the channel you're working on. So that way you don't get distorted signal and and have ringing for like 3 days. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow or Tuesday. Most likely tomorrow. I'm gonna be discussing a new synth I'm working with in Reason, and I think it would be a great tool for you guys to have. So I'll see you guys tomorrow or Tuesday. Most likely tomorrow though. So have a great day.